And then both the football people.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, Justin Tucker was going to beat your ass, dude. He was going to beat your ass. You know that. Hey, Pat, he's going to beat your ass.
I'll tell you, Pat, me and Patrick were on the sideline in the fourth quarter when Tucker had that chance to cut the lead to one score. If he would have missed that field goal, we were 100% getting a 15-yard flag.
But of course he made it, of course. He can't let us have any fun.
Have any fun, man.
Yeah, and of course
I was 1,000% getting flagged for that one.
Could you imagine you two sprinting on the field?
Yeah.
Your guys' relationship is sweet, too.
Yeah.
You and Patrick.
Obviously,
an absolutely beautiful thing.
I've had like 7 years of kind of doing that same warm-up routine, and there's only been, I think, like 3 occasions where there's been a kicker that wasn't because you usually talk to the guys. There had been a kicker that wasn't necessarily moving out the way, or you weren't kind of sharing the field in the right way. And I mean, it was in Baltimore all 3 times. So he does that little stuff, I think, to try to get under our skin. And I asked him to move his stuff, and he got up and moved it, I think, 2 inches, but didn't move it out of the way. And I was going to kind of let it slide, but Travis kind of got it and moved it for me, and then after that, I wasn't going to let him put it back down. So it's something that we move on. I mean, I have a lot of respect for him as a player and as a kicker. One of the best kickers of all time, probably the best kicker of all time. But at the same time, you got to have respect for each team, and we all share the field, and we try to do that in a respectful way.
We're warming up, and we do our same warm-up every single time on our side of the field. For those of you that don't know what happens in pre-games, the Ravens have their side of the field, and the Chiefs have our side of the field. Now, specialists, because of like the win factor and
they go to
where
both
you are,
sides.
they get a chance to kick at both field goals and kind of punt from both sides of the field. But it's always, if you're trying to go onto the other team's designated area, you kind of stay out of their way. You know, you don't interfere with what they have going on.
That is the unwritten rule.
That's the unwritten rule. If you want to be a fucking dick about it, you keep your helmet and your football and your fucking kicking tee right where the quarterbacks are warming up and they're dropping. Eyes are looking left and they got a helmet down by their feet.
It's actually kind of dangerous, really. But
like, if you're not going to pick that up, I'll happily move that for you. Justin came out and he said it was more of a joking gesture and kind of a fun competitive. And I get it. I mean, he was kind of winking at me, like being a dick about it, like trying to get under the skin.
Yeah, he knew what he was doing.
You know, for those that don't know, the way it works is each team's kicker goes to the other team's designated warm-up area on the field. And for me, it's usually about 90 minutes before kickoff. So I've been doing the exact same thing for 12 years. Never really had a problem with anybody. Yeah, that's just kind of the way we've always done it, and the way kickers around the league have always done it. You know, and I saw Patrick there trying to warm up and get some drop back, so he asked me while I was on the ground stretching, like, if I could move my helmet. So I happily got up and I moved my helmet out of the way. At least I thought it was enough out of the way. And then Travis comes over and he just kicks my stuff and he throws my helmet. And I just thought it was all just some gamesmanship, you know, all in good fun. But they seem to be taking it a little bit more seriously. And I'm totally willing to let it all go. But yeah, I just wanted to explain that that's just, you know, what I've done for 12 years, and it's not like I'm out there trying to be problematic. I'm just trying to get ready for the football game, just like they are.
I get it, but me and Pat, we've been having the same mentality for this game all week long, man.
Yeah,
and it was you got to go in there and have the right mind frame, have the right mindset, and we just weren't in a joking mood. We were ready to get after it, and so Justin, sorry if we took it to a level that you didn't think it'd get to that way, but if you're gonna be a dick, I promise you, I can one up you every time.